Hello everyone, Mary Jadwisiak here, and as you can see, I am not in Battleground, Washington at Holding the Hope Central. I am here in Vancouver, Washington at the Washington Behavioral Healthcare Conference, and we just finished the very last workshop of the day. I was an exhibitor, but I closed up early because I wanted to come and hear Miss Melody Pazalt talk about stuff. Now, also in this room is Joni, Terry,
Meldor.
and the reason that they're here is because we all kind of started off together. Oh my God, right? Oh my, we've got a history. All of us have a history, and we've all done different things that have proved to be successful in our lives. And Melody was the first person, there she is, she was the first person to give me a contract when I started my business. I didn't even have a business yet, and I just called her up and said, hey, can I have a contract? And she sent me like 2 really big ones, and it was so awesome, and it just gave me purpose, and it gave me confidence, and it helped me overcome some of those internal barriers that I had, that I didn't think I could do it, or that I just wasn't good enough, or that, you know, who wants to hear a crazy lady talk? Turns out, a lot of people do.
We did.
So, yes. So I want to talk about internal barriers and how we've overcome them. And so do you guys have anything you want to say about internal barriers and how we've overcome them? Who wants to go first? Oh, look at those beautiful faces. Terry's scared. Terry's scared. That's her first. Terry's internal barrier is fear.
Fear.
She freezes up every time a camera comes on her.
It does.
Look at her. She's frozen. But she keeps trying, right?
I do. I will keep trying.
Keep trying. And so what did you tell me your goal was for this year? Say it out loud.
To become a public speaker.
And what are you going to do for that?
I'm going to go to therapy, and I'm going to join Toastmasters.
Isn't that awesome? Toastmasters. She's taking action to do that. I think that's very cool. I'm really proud of you.
Good job.
We'll check back next year at the
Right,
Behavioral Healthcare Conference to see how you're doing. All right, Joni. Did you have any internal barriers? Yes. And what were they?
Realizing that people are people first and not titles. And being able to talk to a person as a person,
You talk to these people here.
not because of a title.
So, give me a for instance.
Her.
Oh, yeah. Right?
Having her as the next boss and now being able to just talk to her about anything and not feel stressed about it.
Yeah.
Being accepted. That's awesome.
Yes, and knowing that she's now in a much higher place.
Yes.
She's gone on to a better place.
The time. Yes.
She's gone on to a better place, but she still does stuff. Yeah.
She helped teach us that, not to have fear about talking to anybody as a person first. So.
Right. So person first with the people that you serve, but also person first with the people that you want to get attention to that are above you.
Exactly.
Oh, that's awesome. So as an advocacy tool, then, really understanding that people are people.
Yes.
And we can approach them as people, not necessarily as an administrator or a contractor, but as a person.
Yep.
Oh, I think that's brilliant.
One of the things that we used to learn in job development is, you know, when you go to an office or meet with somebody at first, is see what around them that you can connect to. You know, maybe there's a picture of a baseball, or maybe there's a picture of a horse, or maybe there's something in that office that you can now then connect that person and talk to that person about, and it takes them out of their role of whatever that role that they're doing at the time, but then they're a connection. You have that connection. I'll never forget doing job development with somebody, and I saw that they had pictures of horses all around their office, and I have horses and love horses, and so we were able to talk. Do you have horses? You know, they're not the employer, they're not the boss, they're not that, you know, that whoever that role is, they now have somebody, a personal connection with you around horses. So that's my, you know, I think thing that I had to also overcome was just the education snobbery that is in the system. You know, that people, whether you're a person with lived experience or peer or just somebody that wants to work in the field and do a good job, that you have something to offer, and you may not have the initials behind your name, but you can still do a lot of great work in the system. And that, I think, that was something that I had to overcome, that fear of not having the education and being recognized for doing good work and being productive and not necessarily for having all of that education.
Yeah.
And that we're all on the same team. We all have the same purpose to bring better quality of life to everyone. So everyone's happy. Everyone's giving back and communicating. Everybody feels the same. Happy, healthy people.
Employed and housed.
And how? Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
There's a niche out there for everyone.
Yes.
What's your niche? Tell them you've been at
She
Columbia
wanted my
River.
job.
You've been at Columbia River for how long?
Oh, well, gosh, 2015 I started.
And you're there as a peer support
Peer
specialist?
support. I was a vocational specialist for a little while, but I just had to go back to peer support.
I remember.
Absolutely love
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So you were one of the original peer supporters, weren't you?
I was in the first group. Yeah.
She was in the first group.
I almost grandfathered in, but almost.
I was in the very first group of mental health ombudsmen.
Oh,
Yeah, I was the very first one in Clark County.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
So years of experience in this little group here. How many years for you, Mary?
Well, that was 1995 when I first came to work at Human Services Council as a mental health ombudsman. I know.
So, like,
That's a long
you have,
time,
like,
she
almost
muddles. I
80
know,
years
I'm
of-
old.
80 years of experience, closer to 90 years of experience, just sitting right here with mental health stuff.
90 years. I don't feel old, but, I look good for 90.
you do, yeah.
Come on, we do.
All right.
We're all old.
So for people who are just coming up in whatever job they have and are worried about something or have internal barriers, what would you say to them? What advice would you give to them?
Never give up.
Never give up.
Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid.
Be a bumper car.
Be a bumper car? What does that mean?
You may have this little bump, but you still can keep going.
Just kind
Maybe
of
going a little
ricochet,
further.
just laugh really hard and
Bounce off of that. Bounce back. Bounce off. Just keep going.
should you intentionally ram someone? On occasion.
It happens.
It happens. All right. Well, the crew is here to take down the room, but I just want to again say thank you to these incredible ladies here who have been part of my past and hopefully will be part of my future. Sharon Holmes is currently part of my present. She's awesome. If you don't know Sharon, oh my goodness, she's awesome. She's my director of training. All right, so you know what I'm going to say, everybody, right? Have a good weekend and stay hopeful, everybody. Bye.
Bye.